Respected viewers, today we are going to tell you about an incident that will surprise you. This incident is about a child who made everyone cry. This child was forced to do such a thing. May you stay with us till the end to know this incident. Bazam Allah Rahman Rahim in some village. My wife lived there. Both of them were carrying a small pot. That poor man was working all day to support himself and his wife. He was certainly poor, but both of them had good hearts. Allah blessed them both with children for many years, but both of them had good hearts for many years, till Allah Almighty deprived both of them of the blessing of having children. They were living their lives like this, and then Allah Almighty kept them from living so long. After this, Allah made this poor man's wife pregnant. That poor man is very happy to hear this, and thinks that now he also has a little one in his house. I will play like a small child, I will go to work, and he will follow me. 9 months pass with his wife in this happiness, and then one day his wife feels pain in her stomach. Then her husband, he takes the same woman to the hospital. It happens that he goes to arrange the money. He was going on the way with dreams of his child in his eyes. He was very happy. On the way, she meets with an accident which results in her immediate death. On the other hand, it is the time of her child's birth. When his wife gets the news of her husband, her heart starts bursting. There is no one else in this world except her husband. No, she is crying a lot and sitting and doubting Allah. Oh Allah, if you had put such a big burden on me even before my child was born. She became an orphan. She was screaming and crying in the hospital. She didn't know which pain she was feeling at that moment. The pain of the child's arrival or the pain of her husband's departure. The pain of leaving a woman like me. Many people sitting nearby supported this woman and explained to her a lot that all these are the work of Allah Almighty, which Allah Almighty does. Yes, it is better for us. Then after some time while crying, she gave birth to a beautiful son. Seeing the son, she got some courage and said, I thought that I would live the rest of my life with the support of my son. She would take her son and return home with a woman of her age for a few days. Then the people of the village started talking to her. Helped a woman, but who always helps someone. Now she was left alone with her child and started thinking that now she had to take responsibility for her child herself. Now she took her child and started looking for work in the village houses. She started working in the village houses to support herself and the child. She started looking for work in homes and started working in village homes to support herself and her child. As time passed, her child turned 5. Now she's enrolled her child in school. This woman thought that she would make her son capable enough to hand him over to someone. His child was also intelligent and wise. He knew that he was the child of only one father, and his mother worked very hard for him. Hence, he was studying diligently. When his son turns 12, his mother becomes very ill. He never paid any attention to his illness, but her condition was getting worse day by day. Due to being ill, she did not go to work. She did not even have enough money to take care of herself. His son says to his mother that he can get treatment from the doctor. Mother, don't worry about me. He prays to the doctor for her, says to his mother, Mother, don't worry about me. I am here for you. I will bring medicine from the doctor and you will be fine. Hearing her son's words, his mother has tears in her eyes. She takes her son to herself. She sits and says, Son, when you were not born, I and your father had a dream in our eyes that we would make our child so capable. We wanted to ensure that you would never live a life of poverty like us. Make sure to fulfill this dream. Son, remember my words, never go after money. People love money. They stoop so low that they don't even care about the respect of their parents. Don't ever extend your hand to anyone. The boy started saying to his mother, She will always be with me. I will bring medicine now. When that child brought medicine for his mother had left this world. That child was very sad. He is crying because now he is completely alone. He was a child without parents, and his age was also not very long. After all, now he is called by distant relatives. He also did not support him because he was born poor. Now that child starts his life alone. This child did not give up like his mother. That child did not give up alone. This child starts his life like his mother, but he does not give up because his mother has left him money. So he spends a few days after that. That money ran out, and there was not even a single grain to eat at home. Now this boy was only concerned about his stomach and his education. He remembered every word of his mother, that son, no matter how difficult the times may come, but do not give in to anyone and work hard on your own. That is why this boy had never extended his hand to anyone and asked for help. But back from school, that boy sometimes worked in someone's fields and sometimes worked as a tea seller. He would clean utensils at the shop, and with the money he got from there, he would pay his school fees and bring some food items along with his studies. He also used to do manual labor along with him. When that child went to another school in his class, the expenses of that school increased. Now whenever he used to do labor, he used to pay all the labor. His money would have been spent on his school. If he had supported himself with his labor, then he would have left his studies. If he had studied, his support would have been. When he was free, when he came to school tired, he would go to do some labor. One day when the child came home from school, he had a fever. In his condition, he set out to work but did not get any work. Then he returned home with a tired body and went to sleep with his back empty. He used to work every day to eat, and then for 2 days he did not get any labor along with fever, and he had to remain hungry. Then the fever went away. But his back was empty, and he went to school on an empty stomach. When he comes home from school, he goes out in search of a job with an empty stomach and thinks, "Yesterday I did not get any work. Today I will get some work." But it was his fate that even today he did not get any work, and even today in the evening I had to sleep on an empty stomach. Today I was very restless due to hunger. I can't even sleep on an empty stomach. I don't eat even after begging anyone. I could because my mother had told me at the time of her death, "Son, never to extend your hand in front of anyone and not to ask for alms." Asking in front. If you have to extend your hand, then extend it only in front of Allah, and never bow your head in front of anyone. The boy was very wise not to ask anyone. The boy was not impressed and thought that no matter what happened, I would not eat by begging. If I start begging, people will call me a beggar. My mother used to say that God has given us a stomach. He must have given food for this stomach somewhere. That boy remains hungry even on this day. When evening came, he was not sleeping properly due to hunger. When morning came, he was feeling dizzy due to hunger. Now he was a poor child with hearing loss. How could he bear the brunt of hunger? If he had grown up, he would have endured hunger for a few days, but he did not go to school today because of hunger. Then he went to work this morning itself. He goes out in search of something and says that if I get a job, then I will eat food, and then prepare for the next day, and then he will go for a job. He started wandering here and there. Due to hunger, his eyes were becoming dark. Now he was not able to even walk. Then he got tired and lay down under a tree. He sits here and starts thinking that if I don't get to eat today, I will die. I have to do something or the other. Once again, the thought of begging comes to his heart. Then a voice comes from within him. He is a stranger, not a beggar. Even if I beg, I will get into the habit of begging. He was facing the same dilemma for a long time, and then he thought that begging was a different thing. And asking for help from someone is a different thing. I will not ask for alms from anyone. But the only way I can ask for help is that which is asked for, and sometimes it is returned. I can only ask for it. Alms are that which is asked for and is never returned, and help is that. Now the boy said, I don't have the strength due to hunger. Today I will ask for help from someone when I get the work, and you will return it to me. Then he got up from there and walked away. He saw a house which looked quite big. When he rang the door of that house, he saw a woman. He got up from there, and while walking he saw a house which looked quite big. He asked about this house. When she rang the door, Settings. Use a male young British voice for the narrator. Don't add any subtitle. The woman opened the door and saw a beautiful 12 to 13-year-old child standing outside. First, the woman said, "Son, why did you ring the door? Do you have any business with anyone?" The boy said, "Mum, please forgive me for bothering you so late in the afternoon." Then the woman started saying, "Son, what do you want?" The woman also had a son who was of the same age. At first, the boy thought that this mother had a very kind heart. She thought, "Why don't I ask her for food?" But then he didn't like it, so instead of food, he asked for a glass of water. He said, "Mother, I am very thirsty. Can I get a glass of water?" That woman was very intelligent. She saw that the child seemed very hungry, so she gave the boy a drink. Then she said to the boy, "Son, you stay here. I will bring water in a little while." She repeated, "Son, you stay here. I will bring water in a little while." She went to the kitchen, brought a glass of milk and some milk, and came out. She gave the glass of milk to the child. When the child took it, he saw that there was milk in it. The boy became very happy and started praying to the woman in his heart. The woman asked the boy, "Son, this milk is still warm. First you." When the boy saw this woman, he had tears in his eyes. The boy felt as if his mother was feeding him milk, thinking in his heart, "What a good mother she is, giving him milk." She thinks, "What a good mother she is." The boy thought, "I asked for a glass of water and she gave me milk." The boy sat comfortably and drank the milk. Then the woman said, "Son, do you need anything else?" The boy started thinking, "What can I give to this mother in exchange for her milk? I don't even have a small thing." He said, "Mother, I asked you for water and you gave me milk. What can I give you in return?" The woman said, "Son, it was clear from your face that you were very hungry. That's why I thought I would give you milk instead of water." The boy said, "No, mother, I am not feeling that way. According to me, I will give you something if you ask me." So, the woman started thinking that this boy was very good and kind. He was talking about asking again and again. To calm his heart, the woman said, "Son, I have not done you a favor by breastfeeding you. Yet if you want to give me something, then promise me that as I have helped you today, tomorrow when you are able to help someone, then help someone in need. On the day you help someone, the reward of my kindness will end with you." This woman said this so that this boy would not feel forced and could go home happily. That boy kept this in his mind. The boy bid farewell to the woman and left in search of work. Many days passed like this, in the same school in which the boy was studying. One day the woman came to drop her child off at school and saw that the boy was also studying in the same school. She recognizes him, and then she asks the school principal who this boy is. The school principal tells her, "This boy is the child of two parents. His parents left this world when he was 7. Now this boy lives alone." The woman says that if he does not have parents, then who pays for his education? The principal said that he is a very good child and is intelligent. He bears the expenses of his education himself. On returning from school, this hard-working boy sometimes works as a laborer. Even if he does not get the labor, he has not paid the school fees, so we do not put too much pressure on him. Hearing all this, tears well up in the woman's eyes. Now she feels like she must help this child. We must help such people. Allah Almighty is pleased with those who help. He who has no one has Allah Almighty. This woman thought that this boy was very intelligent and would not take money from her. Then she said, "Principal sir, if you have no objection, then should I pay this child's fees?" The principal said, "Your idea is very good, but that child will not be ready for this." The woman said, "I am not sure about this child. I want to help. Tell the boy that the school has waived his fees and now he does not need to pay the fees for the whole year. She pays the fees and goes away from there." Similarly, the woman used to pay the fees of this boy every year so that he could complete his studies diligently. Now that child was studying very diligently and used to earn his living through hard work. Now this child had got a lot of support for not paying fees. Something like this. After years, this boy has to go to big schools in the city for his education because he wants to get employment, as there are many laborers in the cities. That's why I am a laborer's sister's child. That child has gone to the city for further studies. Now you do not need to pay his fees. That woman. She said to the principal, "No problem. Allah Almighty had given me only this much time to help him. Allah Almighty made it easy for him. If the viewer does this, then this boy, while continuing his studies, has found a job." Similarly, a period of 25 years passes, and then that woman, this boy. Neither is the boy able to meet this woman. Now this woman's son has also grown up. He has become a paraplegic, and that woman is already her own. She had learned a lot at home. Now her son had grown up after becoming a bachelor. He had become a merchant. That Urdu was already very happy in his house. Now his son had become young and started earning a lot of money by becoming a merchant. His son also had a very good heart. He loved his mother very much. One day his mother became very ill. When his son came home in the evening, he became very restless after giving his mother away. He took his mother to a hospital. When the reports come, he wants to know when his son comes home. So he becomes very worried after giving it to his mother. He takes his mother to a hospital. When the reports come, it is found out that his mother has cancer. The boy says to the doctor, "Doctor sir, please treat my mother well. There is no need for you to worry about money, doctor." It is said to the boy that your mother has cancer. This disease cannot be treated in small hospitals, so you have to go to the hospital in a big city. Treatment will have to be done in a big hospital, which means the expenses will also be huge. The son will ask the doctor to do anything to cure his mother. "Can you please tell me where I can get my mother treated?" Then the doctor advised the boy to go to a big city and said that there was a cancer hospital there. If you got your mother completely treated there, then your mother could be saved from his cancer. Otherwise, your mother would die. There may be a danger to him. That boy takes the address of this hospital from the doctor and takes his mother to this hospital. His mother kept forbidding her son, "Where did you get so much money from? I need a lot of money to get such expensive treatment. I take medicine from this doctor and get well slowly. I will go, my son, don't worry." The boy said, "Mother, who else is mine in this world except you? Because of your existence, I am myself. I feel complete no matter what happens. I will save your life from this disease. I will save your life from this disease, Ma. Why do you worry about money? Money will still come, Ma. Where will it come from?" Then that boy should take his mother to a big hospital. The doctor with whom his mother was to be treated was not in the hospital at that time. He had gone to another country to see a patient. The low priest of the hospital said that the doctor will come tomorrow. Till then, get your mother admitted to the hospital. The boy wasted no time in admitting his mother. Got admitted to the hospital and started waiting for the doctor. The next day the doctor comes and the boy tells everything about his mother. The doctor assured him that your mother would be cured, but her treatment is going to last for a long time. The boy said, "Doctor sir, whatever. If it happens, I will get my mother cured, even if I have to sell everything for my mother." The doctor started treating her. If it was a small town, then the expenditure could have been less, but this expenditure was very long. But this boy did not lose his praise and thought that there was nothing precious to his mother. Even if the doctor had taken medicine and given it, it would have been very expensive for the boy. After buying the most expensive medicines, he was busy taking care of his mother. Hence his work related to epilepsy was also reduced for many days. The treatment continued, and now his mother's nature had become dominant. Whatever savings the son had was now about to end when the mother came to know about her son's condition. When she left, she said, "Son, why are you bringing such expensive medicines? Where will you pay the doctor's fees? You have been with me for many days in the hospital. Your work has stopped." The boy said, "Mother, don't worry. I will treat you by selling everything in my house, shop, etc." The boy becomes helpless and keeps waiting for his mother's treatment. One thing was very surprising. The big doctor of the hospital sat next to this mother. His mother used to talk to him for a long time, and his mother liked it very much. And then she thought that he was a strange doctor, being such a great doctor who has a... There is no time for a minute. He sits near me and talks for hours. So many days pass like this. Then one day the boy comes to the doctor. He goes near him and says, "Doctor, sir, for how many more days will my mother's treatment last? How many more days will it last?" The doctor consoles the boy and says, "Don't worry that your mother is fine now by the order of Allah. Now there is a final report left, and after that you can take your mother home." Now the boy starts waiting for his mother's report. When the report comes twice a day, he takes the report to the doctor and asks, "Doctor, sir, there is no danger." Then the doctor says, "There is nothing to worry about. Your mother's report has come fine. Now she is completely fine. She is healthy. You can take your mother home today itself." He started chirping after hearing the doctor's words, and the boy went to his mother and said, "Mother, God bless you. I am thankful that my love has paid off. You have completely recovered. Now we are going to our home soon." Her mother is very happy to hear this. The next moment she gets worried that my son has recovered, but his bill will be in lakhs. How will my son be able to pay so much bill? All the money that was there was spent. Seeing his mother so worried, his son said, "Mother, why are you so worried? Your son is still alive, I am all. I will sell something and pay the bills, and then I will rebuild everything from house to shop." Mother is a mother. Despite explaining this to her, mother was in a world of trouble. She thinks that if my son sells everything, then how will he be able to start his own business? Both mother and son spent the night thinking about this. The next day, when it's time for leave, both mother and son spend the night worrying about how they will be able to start a second half. The next day, when it's time to leave, a man goes around all the rooms carrying bill envelopes. He is staying and also brings an envelope to her room and says that Dr. Sahib has sold this envelope for you. Now, after looking at this bill properly, after getting the bill deposited, you can take your mother home. Now there is a seed for this tree. After giving it properly, we can collect the bill and take it home to our mother. The boy was holding the envelope in his hand and was thinking that I didn't know how many bills he would have collected. The mother gets worried after seeing her son, then quickly grabs the envelope from her son, who was the top doctor in the hospital at that time. When his mother opened the envelope, there was a small slip inside it. It was written on this slip, "Mother, you died 25 years ago. You had already paid your bills when you fed a glass of milk and some sweets to a child who was hungry for 3 days, and you paid the school fees for the next 5 years." Seeing this pamphlet, this woman's eyes were filled with tears, and tears welled up in her eyes. The boy started saying, "Mother, doctor, why are you worried? Mother," gave that slip to her son. The boy is surprised to see the slip. "Why are you worried?" Mother gave that slip to her son. The boy is surprised to see the slip. He asked his mother, "Do you already know the doctor? When did you get to know this doctor?" Mother says, "Son, I did not know this doctor before. I also just found out." So the boy started saying, "Ma, what's the matter with 25 years? Then his mother told him that, "Son, this has also come to light now." Then the boy said, "Mother, he is 25 years old." Then his mother told him, "Son, many years ago a boy of your age came to our door who was very hungry and asked me. When he asked for a glass of water, I gave the boy a glass of milk and some sweets. Due to his hunger, the boy drank the glass of milk but asked me not to. He said, 'How will I impress this kindness of yours on my mother?' So to keep her heart afloat, I told her that when you grow up, son, you will want to help someone else. If you are capable, then you can help someone in need." I knew that the same boy to whom I had fed a glass of milk many years ago, he was 25 years old. After becoming such a great doctor and helping me, people forget today, but what kindness did this child do at the age of 25? I remember it today, and I'm surprised that this is the same doctor. Both of them were talking here. That doctor, sir, both of them were standing behind the mother and son, listening to the conversation. And with tears in my eyes, I remembered the time of my childhood when a hungry and thirsty child was knocking at his door. Then the doctor came to his mother and said, "Hello, And he comes and sits near his mother and says, "Mother, the things you said are still ringing in my ears. I face a lot of pain in life at the age of 55, but I never give up. This is just a small bill, so I'm very indebted to you if you are there for me. If I had not paid my school fees, I would never have become such a great doctor. Mother, I had accepted you as my mother the day you died as a hungry and thirsty child." He made the child sit under his umbrella and fed him a glass of milk, saying that the doctor returned all the money spent on the mother's medicines, and he places his head at his mother's feet. The mother picks up the doctor and hugs him to her chest. The doctor hugs his mother very much. The entire staff of the hospital is crying. It is surprising to see this, and everyone has tears in their eyes. Respected viewers, never forget the man. It is important that no matter how much darkness there is, a small ray of light can reduce this darkness. Thus there will never be darkness or worry in life. So it can be sweetened with goodness. If we fulfill someone's need, we will think good of that person. Allah Almighty is even better than this for us. Would you like to think that if you get a chance to help someone in your life, if you have the power, then you should help him in a small way? From someone's life can change. In the end, I prayed to Allah that may Allah grant us the success to stay ahead of such incidents. Ameen. Share the video with others. It is possible that with your share this message will touch someone.